What's up, y'all? Welcome to today's live stream. I'm William. Today is Thursday, May 30th. And yeah, I figured I would just come hop on for a little bit. I was actually walking my dog and I started watching a video. And about a minute in, I decided maybe I should play the video here and, we can talk about it, made a discussion. Of course, if y'all don't want to see that, say it. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. I was doing a little bit of cleanup. I have some Figma stuff up. We'll close in a minute. Presents, add design teams. What did they call it? I presented today at our designer. I don't know what it's called. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see what it was called. Weekly wins. Oh, design crit. Okay. I'm gonna just backlog it. We're gonna keep it there. Priority, it was actually a medium priority. It wasn't that big of a lift. I've already done it. I'm just putting it here. I'll put done. Get off. All right, cool. I'm done with work now. All right, we're gonna close Figma. We don't want to see Figma right now. Maybe I don't want to close this. Let me hide that. Yeah, we'll hide that. We'll create a new window. I'm in the wrong Slack. Let me go to the right Slack. All right, cool. I think I'm ready to start. So I just ran over my foot. I was supposed to jump rope, and then lightning clouds came. So I was like debating whether or not I'm gonna do this live stream. And while I was sitting here on the couch, or not on the, this is not the couch. What is this thing? This chair. I don't know. I was moving. I was just rolling around being a dumbass, and I accidentally rolled over my big toe, and that's just hurting right now. Oh my gosh. I did a little bit of 1 foot jump, like in my room, just to make sure, because I was like, I'm not about to be a little bitch and let this fuck up my jump rope session. I'm still jump rope. So let's hope that I don't break it, because it actually does hurt for real. Like it's like burning almost. Oh, all right. Let's go to YouTube. We're gonna go to YouTube, watch this video. This is by What If History, I think, or What If Alt History, I think. How do I do this? Let me make this a little bit smaller. All right, and then I created a playlist for this just now, so hopefully we can find it easily. May 30, see, look at that, May 30. All right, cool. Now we have the video that we're about to watch. So let's have fun with this. I thought I just hit this window. Why is it showing back up? Does it hide all? Wait, what? The hell is... Interesting. So Command H doesn't work the way that it's supposed to work. Command H is supposed to put the window here on Mac OS. But I guess they're doing some non-standard stuff, so it's a little weird. All right. So in order to get this video playing, we gotta turn off the music. So I'm gonna turn it up and then turn it down. We'll go to maybe like 9 dB. Yeah, we'll just stop the music for now. We don't even need it. And I'm going to turn off the EQ. Actually, I'm going to leave one of the EQs on. All right, let's see.
The attention span has been shrinking by the minute, and the cultural landscape.
Wait, let's go to the beginning, because I actually started it and it got to a few seconds. I was like, no, I'm going to watch it on stream. Like watch it live.
Globally, our collective attention span has been shrinking by the minute, and the cultural landscape has shifted to match it with trends like Stanley water bottles, tote bags, and those weird big red boots coming and going before people even knew what color to buy. The speed of our trends is at an all-time high, but with all the rush, where exactly is this going?
Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. This isn't it. Did I add something on accident? Yes, I did. Like a fucking... All right, my bad. That was the wrong video. I added that on accident. What is... Why are trends getting shorter? I don't know what this is. I'll keep it. I'm gonna watch it. But I'm gonna add this first. This is the one that I thought I was adding. Maybe I didn't add that. That other video, the why trends are getting shorter, I don't know what that is. So we're gonna watch it anyways. But after this.
The post-war period is an illusion. Since the Second World War, the population has been able to delude themselves that ahead lay a permanent period of peace, equality, progress, mutual respect, or love. The reality from anyone who has read the slightest amount of history is that there have been many periods before which also believed this. They were all wrong. War and the horrors of the world can be kept at bay for a century, and if you're really lucky, maybe 200 years like the Pax Romana. The irony, though, is that this peace is always brought by an overwhelming ability.
All right. Just taking a look at this map, see what I can see. We got British Canada. Okay. Russian Alaska. All right. Yeah, I remember we bought Alaska from Russia a long time ago. Got us, the United States, the Union, and I guess this was 18. Okay, all right. During the Civil War. All right. And then Brazil was around, Bolivia was around. Like all of these countries were around. Including Mexico and Canada. And then we got the Russian Empire, which I'm not sure when Russia took, because China used to be way up here. Like China used to be all up here. And then I think Russia took some of it. Some of this used to be Japan out in this region. And I think Russia took some of that too. Yeah, they have Manchu, China. Notice what you don't see here from Manchu, China. We got Vietnam, Thailand. I'm not seeing Laos. So here's a thing that I didn't know until I went to Thailand. Thailand and Laos were the same country. And it wasn't until, I want to say it wasn't until, I don't know the history. I think it was like colonialization. Like one of them was, I think Laos was taken over somehow by the French. I don't remember. But I do know that Thailand and Laos used to be the same country. Okay. All right. Oh, wait. Black Africa. What the hell is Black Africa? So we got the Sahara Desert, Morocco, Algeria. Okay. At this point, oh, wow. So Tunisia was part of the Ottoman Empire at one point. I did not know that. So all of this, I imagine this is Egypt as well as Ethiopia and all this stuff down here. Interesting. Ah, cool.
Violence. All of the great periods of peace, whether the last 80 years, the Pax Romana, or the 19th century, were caused by a great empire who made the waging of war not economical for other players. All things eventually come to their own demise, and peace brings on weakness which leads to war. This is how things have always been. To believe otherwise when thousands of years say differently is foolish at best and mad at worst. I hope people can see that today, when America, our era's hegemon.
Is this Venezuela? I know that's Cuba. I want to say Equatorial Guinea is here. Cameroon is over here. Nigeria is over here somewhere as well. So South Africa, all of this region. So like when I was in this region, Rwanda is over here. I want to say this is Lake Victoria, this little piece right here. I think that's Lake Victoria. And yes, there is a lot of Chinese affiliation, especially in Kenya, Ethiopia. I don't know if I didn't get a sense of it that much in Uganda. And unfortunately, I didn't get to go to gosh, it starts with Burundi. I wanted to go to Burundi, or is it Burundi? I don't know how you say it, but I wanted to go there. I didn't get an opportunity to go, but I want to say it's probably the same thing. Yeah, you got Iran. I'm not sure. Is this? I'm not sure what this is right here. Wow, that's interesting. I wouldn't classify India as being aligned with America. Just saying, I just would not. Uh, I'm not saying like I have a beef with them. I'm just mean like India has been able to stand alone forever. Like they've never really aligned with America, and I mean for good reason. We kind of left them hanging in the past, and Russia came in and filled that void. So they are a little more aligned with Russia, which nothing wrong with that. Man, okay, interesting.
has grown weaker, wars have started to spring up around the world. Whether in Israel, Ukraine, Armenia, or Burma, China and Burma are committing genocide today. We're not wiser or more moral now, we've just established good incentives against war. Our age is a dam that's about to break. All the institutions that were established...
That is scary. Could you imagine? Like, just... Wow. Could you imagine if you lived here and then there was a dam here like 800 feet tall and it's just holding back water? Would you live there? I would. There is absolutely no way that I would live there. I'd rather go somewhere else and die. Nah, me and that amount of water, we don't get along. Not that amount of water.
Foundation of our age, at the end of the world's wars, are breaking down. My channel has spent dozens of hours detailing this, and so I won't go into great depth.
By the way, if y'all don't know who What If Alt Hist is or who he is, y'all should go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. He makes amazing content, especially if you're into history. So I'm like, I don't really talk about this much. Maybe I'll start talking about it more, but I'm really into his history and what's happened and why it happened and what are the ramifications. Like all these things are important to me because I subscribe to the tenet that history repeats itself. Why? Well, because we forget. And, when you forget, you're going to be doomed to make the same mistakes. At least that's my take. But, if you disagree, that's fine. History is on my side.
But you can watch these videos if you want to know more. This video will talk about the 10 potential ways that war could break out in, let's say, the next 25 years. I don't know if these wars will happen. As I always say, my job is betting against God, and I will almost certainly turn out to be wrong in a litany of ways. In fact, I don't think most of these will happen, but I guess a few will. That being said, it's important and fun to try to shadow box these scenarios. These videos aren't really ordered, in that I'm not saying the last number is the most important or anything like that. I already know you guys are going to enjoy this. The world is a dark and scary place, and things are getting worse, and that's evident in politics, culture, anthropology, but it's also evident in technology, and it's become clear with recent news how the current groupthink is deeply affecting AI for the worst. In contrast, the Boltzmann network emerges as a beacon of innovation, privacy, and capacity. I'm friends with some of the guys who work there, and they're on board with the shared mission. Overcoming the limitations of centralized AI, where privacy and capacity constraints prevail, Boltzmann offers a groundbreaking alternative. Its decentralized web of the future situations will stay in stasis, or that whatever the status quo at any given time will remain. The reality is that the status quo is driven by certain active processes, which are constantly changing at any given time. There needs to be an active pressure to maintain the status quo, rather than see it fall into entropy, as all things naturally do. What this means is that in unstable situations over the course of a century, there is a high chance that they end up decaying into something worse. The pressure...
All right, so I grew up with this idea that you need to take care of your things. All right, like it doesn't seem like it's that important. It's not even, it may not even seem like it's that profound, but I think it is. Right? Like let's say you go out and you purchase something and you don't treat it right. Like you basically, I don't know, what's the word? You don't treat it in the way that you want it to last for as long as possible, or forever. Although we know that everything won't last forever, but like you don't treat it as such. You don't maintain it. Let's use a motorcycle. I'm good with motorcycles and cars. You buy a car, and you're the kind of person that once you buy the car, if you're driving down a bumpy road, like a really bad, poorly maintained road, you don't slow down. You don't try to avoid the potholes. Whenever you make stops, you don't ease into it. You like just hop on the brake. Driving not smooth. You never wash the car. You don't get it serviced for oil. You don't change the filters. Like all of these things. It's like take care of your things. And it wasn't until I guess now I'm relating it to here where it's like, yo, like the status quo, right? Like the status quo when you purchase something is that it's new. It works. And it requires effort to maintain that status quo, AKA take care of your shit. It's kind of like even now, when I wake up, I make up my bed, and it's a habit that I guess that is upholding the tradition, right? Because I was just raised to do that. It's not like, I was just raised to make up my bed in the morning when I get up. I didn't do it for a while, but a little bit later in life, I started to recognize that these types of what do you call them? I don't want to call it traditions, but it's not a ritual, but it's just something that you do. Things like habits, these little habits where I realized that if I abandoned the habits that led me to this path that I'm on now, where I've been able to achieve a certain level of success, if I were to abandon the things that instilled the discipline in me to achieve those things, then that's almost like me turning my back on what got me here and thinking that I can go further without that foundation that was, that was built beneath me. Because I'll be honest, like my foundation, I didn't build it. It was given to me. Just like most of you all, your foundations weren't built by you. They were given to you by your family and the folks before them. It's a mix of family and culture and, the people around you, society. But yeah, this is resonating with me a little bit. I'm gonna have to think about this. I've never really considered this. I want to hear it again. I've never considered this.
Pressure to maintain the status, constantly changing at any given time. There needs to be an active pressure to maintain the status.
There needs to be an active pressure to maintain the status quo. So to me, what that implies is that if you have to, I'm thinking of like you can think of pushing up. Like if you have to exert effort to maintain the status quo, then that necessarily implies that there is externalities that are opposing said force, right? So, man, I wonder, wait, wow, this is actually a profound statement.
Quo rather than status be given time. There needs to be an active pressure to maintain the status quo rather than see it fall into entropy, as all things naturally do. What this means is that in unstable situations over the course of a century, there is a high chance that they end up decaying into something worse. The pressure will end up going somewhere. One of the most high pressure places in the world now is Korea. I've been meaning to make a video on Korea for a long time, since I think it's a society with profound symbolism behind.
I want to say that the demarcation is right here. Oh, I think it's right there. Oh wait, or it may be here. It goes up because there's this island. I think this is the island here. So it may be like this. I think that's where they split. Don't call me out on that. I know this is Jeju Island. I know that. I know what this is. That's Jeju Island. I know a little bit. It's Japan over here.
It. Although I need to do more research.
Whoa, shit. Did y'all realize that South Korea or Korea, the peninsula, it looks like Florida? Hold on, what the hell? I've just not noticed this. Let's look at a map. That shit looks like Florida a little bit, kinda, not really, but somewhat. Yeah, look at that. It looks a little like Florida. It sticks out. Florida looks like it's a shower. All right, let's go on.
To make a full video on the topic. Korea was artificially split in half due to great power politics during the Cold War between capitalist and communist halves. Ironically, they both turned into dystopias. Due to geographic...
Wait a minute, hold on. He's including this picture for a reason, I'm sure. Okay, so you want to know what's interesting? So I've been to Korea. All right. So what's interesting when I was in Korea is that the older generation, and I don't mean like old, I just mean like the older generation, they look more like this. Their faces are more round. They look like this. And it is interesting to me that the newer generation looks different. Now, I know that they have plastic surgery, but I don't want to assume, maybe I should, but like, I wonder if they're comparing, you know, what someone in North Korea would look like versus someone in South Korea. Because I definitely see like a South, like, you know, on the right is what I would consider like more South Korean looking, or at least my idea of it based off of what I see now, which are probably all these like overly processed, you know, generated people essentially.
Ironically, they both turned into dystopias. Due to geographic, ethnic, and cultural similarities inside a pretty small country, Korea will gradually gravitate towards unity over time. Both Koreas are in a very unstable place now for opposite reasons. North Korea is one of the most totalitarian societies in the world. It's a dinosaur from the Stalinist age, which should not be around today in all honesty. It's propped up by China. For this reason, in my opinion, the chances North Korea collapses within the next 25 years are pretty high. The collapse of North Korea would create immense complications due to the border with China and how to deal with the third largest military on Earth. This creates possible fodder for a war. The second irony is that South Korea has one of the lowest birth rates on Earth. Its population is crowded, overworked, and depressed.
Isn't that something? Here, I want to show another. Let me pull up another thingamajig, and then we'll do I don't know, top countries GDP. Korea's in the top 20. At least I think it is. Yeah, it is. Right. So what's interesting, and I wish that I could see. No, let's see if I can see over time GDP over past 30 years. It would be nice if I could, man, maybe I kind of want to get back into data sometimes. Every now and again, I think about it, but I would want to be able to see both of these plots. When I say both of these plots, oh, wait, I can't show it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I want to see this plot overlaid on this plot because I want to see if there's a correlation here where when the GDP has increased, the birth rate has decreased. You know what? Maybe let's see if Chat GPT can do something here. So let's say produce a graph of South Korean birth rates. Overlay South Korean birth rates and GDP over past 50 years. We'll say 50 years. Let's see if we can do that. We're going to do some experimentation with ChatGPT 4.0, see if it's able to handle. Oh, by the way, this is the ChatGPT desktop app. I thought about making a video about it, and then I just didn't. I assume no one gives a shit. Or the people who do give a shit probably already knew about it. All right, come on now. Analyze this data. Give it to me. It's too slow. There we are. Ah, look at that. Exactly what I had suspected. Wait, how do I make it bigger? Wait, what? Wait, I can't. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, what the fuck? I can't even zoom in. Oh, well, never mind. I can only zoom in this much. That sucks. Okay, let's copy maybe, and then we'll open up a photo thing, Pixelmator Pro maybe. Let's see if I'm able to paste this here. No. Oh, fuck. I wasn't expecting this. How do I download this? How can I download this image? They're gonna give me a link. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, that's so fucking dope. They gave me the link. So technically the link is the file, this protocol right here. That's it. But it's hard to like I would have to build the actual application, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, that's really dope. So it knew. All right, let's save it and let's see if it actually did it. It did. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. Okay, so we have burst rate per capita on the left, and we have GDP in billions to the right. So notice this. Oh my gosh. Here, let me see. Give me calculate the correlation between these two variables. Are these two variables? All right, but yeah, this is insane. So their birth rate was really high. Wait, 1980. Wait, 50 years ago was only in the 1970s? Damn, I'm old. In my mind, 50 years ago was 1950. Okay. I was thinking, so the reason why I said 50 years is because the Korean War happened in the 50s. So, shit. All right, anyway, let's see. The correlation, look at that. That is a strongly negative correlation. What this means is that they're inversely correlated. So as the GDP increases, the population decreases. This right here is a strong correlation. The strongest correlation that you can have is 1, right? 1 or -1. They're the same. You take the absolute value if you want to just get the correlation in general. Let's increase this. Increase the range. Actually, not the range. Of the time span. Give me 1950 to 2024, if possible. I don't know if they had data back then for Korea. They were going through some things. I don't know if you all know this. They used to be a colony to Japan, so some things were missing. All right, yeah. So here we are. Okay. Give me the link to download. Yeah, I want to look at this other one because I want to show that the correlation, it matches. Their birth rate was high. In fact, if you look at any nation over time, as their GDP increases, their birth rate falls, which is interesting. It's interesting. Let's save this and we'll open this new one. Okay, here we are. Cool. So we see here that the birth rate was incredibly high. I'm going to assume this is almost 30 per 1,000 right here. So I'm going to assume this is like 3, three children per person. I'm going to assume. Someone check my math. I don't know. I'm just doing it in my head right now. And we see here that as GDP increased, it's a lag indicator. It's laggy, right? So at this point, GDP starts to increase, but we don't really see a precipitous dip until, no, never mind. It's fast as hell. Man. This is kind of concerning because in our country, especially in the West, in general, we tend to look at GDP as the ultimate indicator of a country's success. And I don't know, like, isn't the point of a society to grow and prosper, not to dwindle and die? Interesting. Let's see what he has to say.
Of the lowest birth rates on Earth. Its population is crowded, overworked, and depressed. It also has one of the highest
Suicide rates, OECD countries. South Korea, wow, an outlier. Lithuania? Wow, I didn't think Lithuania would be that. Slovenia, Estonia, these are quite high. I always assumed that these Baltic countries were a little more happy than we are, but maybe that's not true. Hungary is, Japan, United States, yeah, we're not doing well. We're not too far behind. The lowest is South Africa. Imagine that. Now, sure, there could be changes in dip, I doubt it. But like, wow, that's interesting. So South Africa has the lowest. And many people will call, especially in the West, many folks in the West will call Africa a failed state. They have the lowest suicide rate, though. So what does that say? I don't think that's a failed state in any sense of the word. Peru? Yeah, Peru is relatively poor, but when I was there, they definitely seem more connected to nature and to like, what is it, spirituality. So yeah, this makes sense for Peru. And then yeah, after this, it's just increased. So in Peru, they're doing ayahuasca. That's what it is. That's what helped me. It was ayahuasca. So I think a lot of them, they do it as part of their culture. So that could be it. Costa Rica, that's quite high. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's keep going.
Suicide rates. It's a prime example of mouse utopia, if you believe in that theory. Meanwhile, North Korea has a stable birth rate. The converse is that in 10 or 20 years, especially in a world with a weaker America, North Korea might gain a strong enough advantage to attack the South. Another scenario is North Korea, due to internal difficulties, especially if America is occupied elsewhere, could attack the South for an attempt to unify their population through an external threat. Either way, the Korean Peninsula is one of the places in the world which could most plausibly have a major war. Number 2, the Chinese invasion of Taiwan. For a majority of these topics, I've covered them in greater depth.
For what it's worth, the conflicts that I've been keeping an eye on are South Korea and North Korea and Japan, China and Taiwan, France, and Burkina Faso, Mali, basically the African countries, America and China, America and Russia, or we could say NATO and Russia. Obviously, we have the conflict in Israel going on right now. But there are also some other conflicts in Africa that can happen, specifically between Egypt and Ethiopia. Or it's not Sudan, what is that? Djibouti. Like, Djibouti is a hot point. There's some things happening over there. Yeah, like these are some of the conflicts I'm keeping an eye on. So I'm actually curious to see if he's keeping an eye on some of these. I'm sure he is.
In other videos.
Obviously,
for this topic,
he's brought up two
video,
that I'm thinking
so I
of.
won't go into as much detail. The short explanation.
Oh, the other one is there's a civil war happening in Myanmar, which could spill over into neighboring countries, which could lead into. There's a lot of things happening right now in regions of the earth.
Taiwan, a liberal capitalist democracy, which is an American ally, is an affront to Communist China's entire right to rule, since they are an alternative Chinese government from the Chinese Civil War. Thus, Beijing obsesses over the reconquest of Taiwan. They've repeatedly, over the last few years, literally said that they'd have a war over Taiwan. This becomes even more exact.
I do feel compelled to say that the Chinese Communist Party has never in their history ruled over Taiwan. I do want to point that out. What the CCP what their claim is based on is the Manchurian, like the Manchu dynasty, basically, or the Qing dynasty. Like they're going back over there, but that wasn't the CCP. So that's that whole little drama. It's just like, some of us know when you were founded, and you were founded on mainland China, and the folks who fled were the original, like they were the government at that time. So it seems like, I don't know, this reunification, I don't even understand it, to be honest, other than geopolitically. That, like, I don't understand why they want a population who doesn't want to be a part of them. But from a geopolitical standpoint, I understand. Here's why. let's go and look at China in the region. All right, so here's China, and you'll notice that it's basically landlocked except for on its east coast. All right, so over here it's mountains, they're tall as hell. You're not getting past that. Over here it's just plains, nothing. So their only access to the ocean or to the sea is here. But here's the thing: if you look at this carefully, you'll notice that that this blue is relatively light. This means that it's not very deep, relatively. However, if they were to get to here, now they all of a sudden they're able to be in deep water. So American policy, and maybe it's Western policy. I don't know if it's American. I don't really know, to be honest. But we call all of this like the first island chain, right? So this is the area that essentially prevents China from accessing deep water, right? So they can't get through here because of Taiwan and mostly Japan, because all these are Japanese. And then in order to get into the deep, well, you got to get through Japan. And then over here, you got the Philippines. And there is a little part right here that they can maybe get through. But no, the Philippines has stuff here and we have bases here. All right. And then obviously they're not even going to try to fuck with like Malaysia or Indonesia. They're not going to do that. So their main option is to pierce through here in order to access deep waters here. And I don't know why we call it the first island chain. I don't know if we have another island chain, but no, we have Guam as a backstop. And a lot of their policy here has been to develop weapons that can reach Guam. It's not just here, but it's also up here. So most of their missiles, they have made it a point to where they can reach Guam for that reason. But I think that's the closest they can reach. I mean, Hawaii, obviously they can get to Hawaii. Mainland, sure, they can get to mainland, but I don't know if they would risk that one. No. I don't know if they would risk that one.
Exacerbated if America is occupied elsewhere. China has been doing everything it would do if it were to attack Taiwan. They've been stockpiling resources like food, iron, or oil, building up ships, putting their army near Taiwan, and releasing inflammatory statements about doing this. Frankly, I'll be surprised if China doesn't attack Taiwan in the next few years, especially if America has severe...
This shit right here just looks stupid. This is an embarrassment. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I wonder if these people understand how pathetic they made our country look. This is what I'm used to seeing in places that people like them would describe as lesser, and here they are, like monkeys, primates, climbing shit. But it goes to show that we're not immune to any of this type of shit. That shit can happen here, for real, for real. I'm pretty sure these are spooks up here. I wouldn't be surprised if these are spooks.
Issues with this next presidential election. This may sound extreme, but keep in mind the weakening of the American empire has already resulted in war in Ukraine, Armenia, and Israel. This would be a major political issue in America, since if America didn't protect Taiwan, it would be...
Wait, what? Why are there two?
assigned to the rest of our allies that were weak. On top of this, Taiwan is the center of semiconductor manufacturing, something that's very hard to transfer elsewhere, and upon which the global economy is totally dependent.
That's something that I wish that our government understood. The CHIPS Act, which is the act that I think is meant to try to bring semiconductor manufacturing back to America. I think it misses the point that we don't have that talent or the skill set here. Like when you look at the average American, they are fairly stupid. I'm sorry if you're offended by that, but that's just the truth. The average IQ in our country is a little bit under 100. We don't even graduate enough engineers. Let's see. Let's look to see how many engineers do the top countries produce. So let's just say that countries produce. Let's see if we can figure that out. It's a very vague. I understand what it means, but let's see if wait, a hembe. What the hell? Okay. All right. So look at this. So Russia is almost double. Almost. It's not double quite. It's not quite double, but it's almost double of engineering graduates. Now, United States seems high, and it is high, but you have to take into account, I don't know if many of you have been to college, but I have. A lot of people come from other places, aka other countries. So yes, they may be coming to America to get an engineering degree, but they are not local to here. And many of them, due to our bullshit ass immigration policies, many of them are forced to go back home. So, it's like, they'll get educated here and they'll go back home. So yes, we may produce the second, but how many of them stay here? Right? Like I did something that I dealt with where, it makes no sense to me how even now we're allowing all these illegal ass migrants to cross our border illegally. They have no skill sets. Like they have no skill sets. They don't share our culture. They don't want to assimilate. They don't do any of these things. Meanwhile, we have people like, I'm not going to say a name, but like, this is something that I had to like go through personally where the person who I'm with can't stay in the country. She has a bachelor's degree from an American school. She has a master's degree from an American school, and she has an American person. And she was not allowed to stay here. So we have a broken ass system where we allow the worst of the worst, people with no skills to offer us. Literal trash. I don't care if you're offended. Trash. They're coming here bringing their third world problems to our country. I want to show you something so you can understand why I'm calling these people trash. Let's say dogs being cooked in America. Let's see, news or migrants. I forgot the article who did it, but wait, this isn't it. This was very new, very recent. It was a video. I forget which city. It was, gosh, I think it was the East Coast. Migrants cooking dog news. It wasn't in Dublin. I don't know what this is. What the hell is that? Is Google? I'm at a point now where I can't even trust if Google will even show me this stuff anymore. I didn't find this on Google. This was I have a bunch of Reddit feeds that I'm a part of. Like I have Reddit stuff. I also have obviously I'm on X or Twitter. This fucking cesspool. And then there's also foreign news media, and they'll report on this shit, but we don't report on it. And apparently I can't find it, and Google search results are trash. Let's see, cooking dog outside, and then we'll put in quotes. And I'm not going to look for this for too long. I will try to find it later in life, and then maybe we'll show it. Yeah. What I'll do is maybe the next time I do one of these, I will try to make sure that I have done this thing. Don't hold me to it because I will forget. You'll have to remind me.
Starting a war over Taiwan would cause World War III, and America has its own very serious internal issues, which I'm not sure could deal with having an external war. Frankly, for reasons I explain in greater depth elsewhere, I think China would lose an invasion of Taiwan, even if America wasn't involved. I frankly don't think the Chinese military is that good. Also, an amphibious invasion against a mountainous jungle island like Taiwan is obscenely hard. If China did lose this campaign, it would be an easy springboard to the next event, as well as probably...
I slightly agree with his point there, but there is something that I think is worth looking at, which is, go to maps. I think there's something worth knowing about Taiwan that makes this, I don't know if I 100% agree with that. Yes, it is true. He's right. It is a very mountainous country. Very, right? And yes, it's got some density and he's right. However, all of the population lives on the west side of the island, on the coast. All of their infrastructure is on the west side of the island. And guess what's on the west side? China. In fact, Kinmen is here. Like this right here is Taiwan too. Or Kinmen, or however the hell you say it. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Like that's Taiwan too. And it's just like, yeah. He's kind of right, but not really. Like all of TSMC's foundries are on. Let me see if I can show exactly where it is, because I know where it is actually. All of their what do you call those things? Foundries are along the coast, all throughout the coast. There's one in Taichung. I don't know if there's one in Tainan. There might be one in Tainan. Let's see. TSMC. Yeah, there is one in Tainan. Okay. I was like, I remember seeing a fab while I was there. I didn't get a chance. I wanted to go and visit a fab, but apparently they're like off limits. So I couldn't go. There's only like a museum that I can go to. I'm like, I'm not about to go to a goddamn corporate museum. I want to see the plant, the foundry. They won't let me go in though. But yeah, so like TSMC fab here. There's some fabs over here. They have a lot of fabs, but I don't see, they're not showing them for whatever reason. Let's try it again. You know what? We're going to use Google Maps because Google still, at least their maps are not trash yet. Not yet. Let's go to TSMC, and Tainan. Yeah, see TSMC plant 14. I'm not sure which one is the one that's doing the 3mm node process. Is it Fab 17? Let's see. TSMC Fab 17. It may be Fab 17. Or did I just make that up? No, I did just make that up. What's the one? Is it Fab 16? Wait, is there really no 17? I guess not. Okay. Which one is doing the latest chips? Let's see. Fab TSMC Fab 18. Maybe this will tell me. Yeah, we don't care about history right now. Production capabilities. Okay. No, it's not this one. Oh, well, no. It is. It is. Okay, this is it. Okay, so let's go back to the maps here. That's okay. So we're going to look for TSMC 18. So it is here. Okay, so it is in Tainan. Ah, okay. I didn't realize it was in Tainan. For some reason, I thought it was closer to here, but okay, all right. I stayed in Tainan for a few days. In fact, I wasn't far from the place. I didn't end up going for those reasons. Did I go here? No, I didn't. Why didn't I go here? I should have went here. I guess I got to go back to Taiwan. Apparently, I missed out. I didn't notice. I would have went to this had I known. I like going to like national museums. In fact, every country that I've gone to, except for, actually, no, I've been to a national museum. That's a lie. There's a national museum in Taipei that I went to. But in every country that I go to, I try to make it a point to go to their national museum. And yeah, it's just a thing that I like to do. All right, let's go back to this video.
Precipitating other geopolitical shifts elsewhere in the world. A real assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand moment.
Didn't this happen? Didn't this start World War I? Wasn't this the assassination that started World War I? I think.
In my opinion. Part 3. The assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand moment.
Yeah, Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Is this World War? Yeah. This is the thing. This is what I thought led to World War I. Like one of the, basically like it was already other things happening. You know, I'm not saying that this was the thing, but I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back. What's this thing right here? This assassination. Yeah, 1914, 1045. Him and his wife both were assassinated. In Austro-Hungary. Okay. Perpetrator was a 19-year-old. Oh, see, this right here, I think this is an important bit of information. The perpetrator was essentially a kid. Just keep that in mind. When you start to look at a lot of the history, you'll notice that a lot of these people who do things, they were young. In fact, our founding fathers were in their 20s, like like early 20s. Meanwhile, we have people who, they're 25 and still don't even have their life together. It's just like, how do you not have your life together by 16? I don't understand. In my mind, it's like, aren't you an adult at 16? Maybe not legally, but like, physically, and you should be an adult by then. The young Bosnia, okay. Yeah. Let's hope that we can stay out of trouble.
Moment, in my opinion. Part 3, the Chinese Civil War. I think China is on the verge of the bloodiest war in history, for reasons which I explain in this video.
So, here's a fun fact. China is still technically in a civil war. And when I say China, I mean the CCP, or the Chinese Communist Party. Technically, they're at war with the Republic of China. Republic of China is what most of I think we now know it as Taiwan, right? So the war never ended. They like the Taiwanese, or then I'm calling them Taiwanese now. They fled to Taiwan, right? And at that time, the CCP didn't have the means to really go and do much about it. And America backed the ROC because that was the original seat of the government of China at that time. This is during the war, World War II specifically. And they've never really ended. So yeah, my main concern about what's happening in China is internal. It seems to me that their population is starting to push back. And I'm seeing more tamping down happening in that country locally. And that's what's concerning to me, because a lot of countries, what they'll do is, if they have internal problems, they'll try to point blame to external countries, America. It's America's fault that we're all this kind of stuff. And maybe it is. I don't know. I can't say yes or no. But I do know that that's something that pretty much all leaders do, including in our own country. When we have shit going on here, what we do is we look externally and we try to start pointing the finger. For instance, I noticed it recently. We're pointing the finger at Russia for saying why gas is so expensive. And it's just like, huh? Is it? It's it's like all these things. So, man, let's see what else he has to say.
China, ironically, has many of the same social issues as America today, including corrupt governance.
And lowered, and their birth rate is falling like crazy. In fact, they're going through something called the lying flat movement. Let's see here. But let's go to SC. Who is it? SEA lying flat movement. Is it SEA? SEA? No. Singapore News. I forget. CNA. Okay. Lying flat. How do you spell lying? Is it lying like that, or is it lying like that? I don't know. How do you spell lie? How do you spell lying flat? Lying flat. China. Tong ping. Is it? Oh, is it ping? Oh, it's the ping. Oh, it's Apple like ping. Oh, okay. I think this is the same ping in Xi Jinping, and his last name is this character. I think. Let's see. Xi Jinping. Maybe I should have put that President Xi. All right, Jinping. Okay, let's see if it is the same ping. It is, or is it? It is. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Cool. Anyway, it's they have this idea of like they consider themselves leaks. I don't understand. I'm not Chinese, but like they have this thing about leaks and like the leaks that are lying flat don't get harvested or reaped or something like that. I don't know. The way I look at it is it's kind of like that Japanese proverb where it's like the tallest nail gets hammered first. I think it's something like that. I think.
Income inequality, economic struggles, large groups of dissatisfied young men, a dating and population crisis, although...
Oh, wait, let's go back because we were having this here.
Ironically, has many of the same social issues as America today, including corrupt governance, income inequality, economic struggles, large groups of dissatisfied young men, a dating and population crisis, although for each of those, China is in a far, far worse place than America. I mean, Chinese youth unemployment was something like 50% last summer. We're getting to the point where the Chinese have nothing to lose. China has all...
I don't know if it's accurate. I'm not saying it's not accurate. We just can't know because they don't report it. I think they stopped officially tracking it when it got over 25% in China. So the last officially, like what China reported was 25%. Now that could be over or it could be under. I don't really know, but I don't like, these like stuff like this. And they're saying, oh, it's 50%, but it's like, how would you know? Because it's not like they're in China to know. You can't know, but I wouldn't put it in the realm of impossibility that they do have 50% youth unemployment. I do think it's between 25 and 50%, only because they reported it at 25%, which implies that it's higher. They do the same shit that we do in our country. I'm not saying that that we're better than them. I'm just saying that they're probably doing the same shit that we do, where we point to our unemployment numbers and we'll say, oh, it's this low, but in reality it's higher. It's just the way that we count or not count certain people who are unemployed. That's what goes into that number being lower or higher. Typically it's lower. I forget what are the exact metrics. Let's see. What are the metrics to be considered unemployed in America? Specifically, how are these stats counted? Okay, so we have persons unemployed for 15 weeks or longer. So you have to have been unemployed for 3.5 months. But I imagine that if any of you were to lose your job, you will feel like you're unemployed immediately. According to the government, you're not unemployed. You will not be counted. So it won't count into that unemployment figure, which is what I'm getting at, where it's like, we do things to game these numbers. There's a book that y'all should go and read. It's called Lie With Me with Stats or something, like How to Lie with Stats. If you understand stats, for what it's worth, I did graduate school in statistics. So I'm a little more sophisticated when it comes to statistics, and I'm aware of how you can, massage data or use stats to lie to people. So I pay attention to these things. I think most of you all should do that too. Anyway, the next thing is job losers and persons who completed temporary jobs. We're not going to worry about that. This plus discouraged workers. This right here is doing a lot of work, right? Discouraged workers means something. We'll get into that maybe. Let's see. Plus all other marginally attached workers, plus all part-time workers who want a full-time job. Okay. So we just not that, and then we get the same. So let's see what is a discouraged worker. It's someone who's basically stopped looking, and we don't consider them unemployed, even though they are. See right here. Who's shit? Come on. So yeah, who's not seeking unemployment because they believe no jobs are available for them. So what that means is all of those people who are homeless in our country, and I want to say we have almost 2 million homeless in America. Let's see. What is America's homeless population as of 2024? It's estimated, but I think it's going to be close to 2 million. Oh, it's low. Oh, well, I don't know how we count it. Again, this goes into how we count it. Like, what do we consider homeless? Right? Like, are the homeless people actually filling out census data? Do I even fill out census form? It's like, yeah, but it's lower than I thought. It's much lower than I thought. It's literally a quarter of what I thought it would be. But maybe this is a lie. Let's see what it is. Homeless population has been seeing a significant increase. According to most recent data in the housing and urban development, a total of 653 homeless individuals, marking 12.6. Okay. All right. Homelessness in U.S. includes both sheltered and unsheltered individuals. Okay. Those living. Okay. How accurate is that count? Let's see if ChatGPT is going to try to gaslight me into believing that this is highly accurate. I really hate that it does this scrolling thing. I don't like this. Can I turn that off? I hate this. Like, I don't want to. I want to just get the whole result. Don't like streaming and keep. No. How do I do this? Can I not do it? Shit. Oh, personalization. No. Damn it. So I have to like sit. All right, whatever. I'll just ignore it while it happens. Okay. Well, anyway, let's keep going through the video.
All the variables lined up for that which a country on the verge of revolution would have.
China's income inequality. Okay, the World Bank estimates it's at 0.385. China government data says it's at 0.465. So, so the reality is probably, this is probably the baseline, or the wait, I'm going to say lower is better. It's low. No, lower is worse. Yeah, I'm going to say maybe lower is worse. So this could be the true floor here. And then this is probably ideal. So maybe this isn't even the true floor. I think maybe 465 is likely ideal because it's coming out of their data. Whereas this is probably, I would probably say this is more pessimistic than reality due to reasons. But yeah, the income Gini index gauges inequality in income distribution. The larger the number, the more uneven the distribution. I'm curious to see what ours is. I don't think I can get Gini index for free. Like, I remember I used to have access to a Statistica account. Do y'all know how much Statistica costs? Oh my gosh. Because I wanted to I thought about purchasing a yearly subscription at one point. I was just like, man, I can't afford it. I can't afford it on my own. All right, let's do by country. And we want to look for USA. Wait, did that not do it? USA? United? Okay, United States. We're at a 39, or yeah, we're at, here we are, okay. Fuck. Here's how I'm interpreting this. Actually, before I interpret this, let me read. All right, World Bank poverty income. All right, data are based on primary household survey data obtained by the government. Okay, data for high income economies are mostly from Luxembourg. Okay. Is there a legend here? Details. Gini index measures the extent to which the distribution of income, or in some cases, consumption expenditures among individuals or households within an economy deviate from a perfectly equal distribution. A Lorenz curve plots the cumulative percentages of total income received against the cumulative number of recipients. Starting with the poorest individual or household, the Gini index measures the area between the Lorenz curve and a hypothetical line of absolute equality, expressed as a percentage of the maximum area under the line. Okay. Thus, Gini index of 0 represents perfect equality, while an index of 100 implies perfect inequality. Okay. So higher is worse, lower is better. Got it. So with this new stuff in mind, why is this at 0? If like 100 is good, or is this not the same thing? Oh wait, no, wait. China's in. This is a different. Okay, this is income Gini index. What is this? Oh, this is just Gini index. Ah, okay. Maybe we should look for income Gini index. Income. Why did it go away? Fuck. Oh shit. Income Gini index. I wonder what low income mean. Wait, what? No data available for specified regions. Oh, okay. So China isn't in this one. All right. So, oh wow. Oh, speak of the devil. Remember, I was talking about France earlier and their conflict. Burkina Faso. Here's one of them. Burundi. I've never been to Burundi, but I wanted to go. Most of these are in Africa, unfortunately. Africa has been fucked. So has Yemen. Like, so has Syria. Like all of these places that are here, a lot of them have been fucked, except for maybe Korea. I don't know about Korea. North Korea. I don't really know about North Korea, but Eritrea, like, yeah, it's basically Africa. This is Africa plus Yemen and North Korea. Not great company. It's interesting that Rwanda is on this list. Rwanda is on the come up. Rwanda is a beautiful country, by the way. I loved it. All right. Well, I can't find the Argentina. I'm gonna maybe in the future I will like try to put together links and put together an actual presentation so that we can go through these things, because these are all very interesting things to me.
China's birth rate is also in complete free fall,
Yep.
and they have a large demographic aging out of the workplace without.
This right here should scare you. If you see this in your country, this should scare the shit out of you. Let's talk about how to read this, because I don't think it's obvious. What this means is that all oh shit, sorry. All these people, like, this is their current age, right? So as they age up, what I'm trying to say, this is basically saying that they have an aging population. That's what I'm trying to say. The majority of their population is old. All of these people who are 30 and under, they had to support all of these people. So it's not a great situation. And we're getting to that situation here in America as well. And there are some things that are happening that are slowing it down, specifically immigration. I just wish that we would make it a little bit easier for the students who come to America and actually study in our schools for 4 years. Chances are they've assimilated a little bit better than someone who just walks across our border. It would be really nice if we could have given those students an opportunity to help, to be a part of our society. But no, unfortunately, I don't know.
Savings. A population crash of China's level has never been seen before in history and has to come with political changes, since the current Chinese social structure can't support itself through it, especially since the current Chinese elite's right to rule is based off economic growth. Yet China can no longer sustain said economic growth due to population collapse, and
this is what we're going to be facing here. So the economy only grows if our population grows. You can't have a strong economy with a tiny population. Now, there are some standouts, but I think those are anomalies, and I think it's only because of the financial engineering. I don't think it's because of anything else, right? Like, it's because of the world that we have now. That's a result of, the rules that we've enforced over the past 70 to, I don't know, almost 100 years, almost. So a lot of the prosperity that we've enjoyed, I don't see that staying around if America declines. Like all these, for instance, the one example I can think of is Singapore, where they have an incredibly high GDP. However, when you really think about it, it's because of their financial sector. Like that's really what they export, financial services. Also, they're in a very strategic port, yeah, like the Malacca Strait. It's very strategic. I would say most of, well, shit, I think all of the oil that has to go to China and Taiwan and Japan, it's all going through the Malacca Strait. Here, let me pull that up so we can show what the Malacca Strait is, because I'm pretty sure no one here really knows. Malacca Strait is here. Oops, shit, why did it do that? It's so weird. This is the Malacca Strait right here. It's a choke point. Right? So you see here, we have the Middle East. Saudi Arabia, lots of oil comes from here. Lots of it. You can't imagine how much oil comes from this region. All this oil from this region, as well as from this region, is going to come down through here, enter the Aden Sea, and then, or the Andaman Sea, my bad, the Andaman Sea. Oh shit, I said the Gulf of, wait, where's the Gulf of, no, this is the Gulf of Martaban. Isn't there a Gulf of Aden somewhere? I was saying the Gulf of Aden one day. Maybe I was lying. Is there not a Gulf of Aden? All right, maybe not. It's all right, sure, whatever. All right. I've just learned something that I messed up my geography in the past. But anyway, we have the Strait of Malacca, and this is how they make a lot of money, right? So these two countries control this choke point here, Indonesia and Singapore. Obviously, there are ports here in Malaysia and all that kind of stuff, but like this is a very high tech port. And if you really, really, really zoom in, you can see here that no ship is getting through here. This is all Indonesia. They're not going to let it happen. So all of this wealth is being transferred through this tiny little area. In fact, I want to show y'all something. I can show y'all a photo of what the Malacca Strait. Well, it's technically not the Malacca Strait. This would be the Singapore Strait, but what it looks like. Let's go to places and we'll go over to Singapore. All right. Okay. Where is MBS? MBS is here. Okay. One of these is going to show something. Okay. Nope. I'll do this. I fucking hate photos. I fucking hate it for real. Okay, here it is. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, look at that. This right here. Isn't that insane? And this is as far as the eye can see. I think I took actual photos with my real camera at some point. I don't know. I'll have to look. I'm not going to look now. But as far as the eye can see, both looking east and west, ships. Like huge container ships. 24/7, 365 ships. This is what we're working with. Like this is why, you know, they're in a very ideal position. You know, very ideal. Plus, you know, they have British common law, all kinds of really cool things. All right. Do I have another view? I think I went to the east side, and maybe I took some photos there. Maybe. It's a little slow. Let's see. Nah, it looks like I didn't. Oh, wait. Maybe there are some more photos here. Nah, I didn't take it with my phone, unfortunately. But there's not really anything over here anyways. And when you zoom out, you'll understand why. Like, nobody is going to go through the Singapore Strait just to come back up here. Like, nobody's really doing that. Most people are going to transit through here into the South China Sea. And then they're going to go up along this region here up into China, Taiwan, and Japan. I imagine Vietnam too, right? Like, you know, they can get to Vietnam. Although there's a rail, so like Malaysia, there's rails here, so you don't necessarily need to ship it. Although shipping it works just as well. Yeah, so that's just a little bit of context as to why certain countries, even though they may have a small population, while they may punch above their weight. I think Hong Kong was like that too.
Especially so with Western businesses pulling out. I don't know the exact causal mechanism through which this plays out. Maybe a failed invasion of Taiwan, maybe the death of Xi Jinping. All I know is that I think China will spiral.
Okay, what is this? Factions at the start of the Chinese Civil War, Qing Empire, the National Pacification Army, Fangtian Clique, Allied Warlords, United Provinces of China, National Protection Alliance, the Zhili Clique, Federalist Coalition, and Allied Warlords. Okay. Oh, so if we have Russia, we have the Mongolian government with Zheng Haipeng, Zheng Zolin. Okay, Beijing, Southern Jili, Guangzhou, Guizhou, Yunnan. Tibet was here? Wait, when was Tibet? Okay. Okay, sure. Xinjiang was there too? Okay, that's interesting. Northern Ma, Southern Ma, Sichuan. By the way, Sichuan is my favorite cuisine of China. Sichuan and Hunan. Like, those are my favorites. In Canton too. Like Cantonese food, like in the South. Hong Kong. Like, oh my gosh, I love it.
Into warlords. Its cities can't feed themselves, so I think things will get ugly. People will retreat back into the countryside. I say that this will be the bloodiest war in history since China today has more people than the entire world during the 19th century, so its social collapse would get really nasty. Number 4. The Russian Civil War. I talk about this in greater depth in this video. China and Russia are largely in the same boat. They have aging issues, economic problems, a corrupt elite, dissatisfied youth, and a ruling class without the right to rule. Russia's aging is so bad, being one of the worst in the world, that its current social structure can't.
Let's see. This is a interesting chart. I think I'm reading this right. Am I reading this right? There are more women than men for this group right here. Significantly more. 70 to 74. Okay, so if you're 70 to 74 today, let's see. We'll go back 50 years. So that would be, what year are we in? What year is this? 2024. Okay. 2024. And then let's subtract 50. 1974. What happened in the 70s in Russia? Like, if these were older, like this right here makes more sense, right? No, the 80, because first of all, females live longer, but there was this big ass war that happened. So it's like normally men fight wars. So like for certain ages, I understand. That's why I'm looking at this. I'm like, what happened during this time frame? Because the only way that this kind of imbalance can happen is if there were a war. Let's see. What wars were Russia involved in during the 70s? I think Vietnam War, maybe. List of involving wars. Let's see. Oh my god. Like, why are we trying to fight with fucking Russia? Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, they've been fighting and winning shit since the 800s, and we over. My gosh, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't think we should be fucking with them. Like, look at this, bro. Like, look at this. Fuck. At what point have they not been in war? Like their entire history, man, they were born into war. We should not be fucking with them. Anyway, here's what happened. We had some wars. There's the War of Attrition, 1969-70, continuation of Israeli occupation of Sinai, I guess the Sinai region. Angolan Civil War, they were involved in that. Three Powers Accord, which, okay, they won. The Ethiopia-Somalia, so this is Ethiopia and Somalia, I guess, war. The Soviet okay, this is it. I think this is it. I think this explains that right here. I forgot about the Soviet-Afghan war. By the way, This is what led to the fall of the USSR. So USSR started, 1922, 1991, and it was them trying to fight Afghanistan that ruined them. And guess what? America, our country, our leadership, they thought that we can go in and fucking tame Afghanistan, when this country, who's been here since before any of us, like, it fucking ruined them. That's the reason why the USSR failed. It was the Afghan war. In fact, I'm pretty sure, defeat, failure to suppress the Afghan Mujahideen. Guess what? We fell too. We fell too, and we left all our shit there. Geneva Accords of 1988, Soviet withdrawal from Afghanistan, and this is what started the Afghan Civil War, which led to America coming in and us doing some shit. All right, let's see. Georgian War. All right, that answers this question. Why is there such an imbalance? You want to know what? I'm expecting to see the same thing happen for 15 to 30-year-olds in the next 10 years. This is 2021. So in the next 10 years, I expect to see a continuation of there being more females to males. And what's interesting now that I'm looking at this is starting to explain Russian mail order brides. This explains it. This series, oh wow, shit! I mean, I've never like gotten into this for real like this, but that actually explains why. Yeah, shit. Okay, all right,
can't survive as well. On top of this, I see it starting with roughly similar causes, that being the failure of the war in Ukraine or the death of Putin. I also expect Russia to collapse into warlordism. The reason I say the world as a whole is on the verge of political crisis at the same time is that we have computer models that predict when revolutions happen. These target three very...
I follow the fourth generation, every 4 generations. There's a book called Turning Point, or no, the fourth. Wait, I don't know what it's called. The fourth turning point. Fourth turning. It's the Strauss-Howe generation. Oh yeah, it is called the fourth turning. This book, I kind of subscribe to this mindset. Like, it makes sense to me logically. It makes sense to me. If y'all have never read the book, I would encourage it. It's it's something that I would say it's probably a must read. I would get it on, I got it. I have it on Kindle. So I keep saying I would. I would recommend you get it on Kindle. Mainly because this right here. If you are older, you can't see like me. And being able to zoom in is nice. You can always print it out if you really need to. That's what I do when I need to get away from my computer. I'll just print it out. Okay, I want to go back because this is interesting. So we have era of good feelings. Well-being index. And then on the right, we have the political stress index. So what country is this? Is this America? Or is this just everyone? Oh, it's America. Okay. So we have the early republic in when we first started, 1776. Political stress index was -3. Oh, wait, 0. Okay, 0. And then that's our baseline. So I think that's just a baseline. So let's not count it. All right. So era of good feelings, we have well-being index. People started to feel better. So while this didn't really change substantially, but it seems like over time, people started to feel better until around 1830, looks like. 1840. What happened in the Civil War? Okay, yes. Okay, that explains it. Roscoe, what are you doing? Wow. Okay, so then we tank. Political stress goes out the roof. Infinite, essentially. And then the war ends. Or does? Yeah, okay. I guess they just stopped. The war ends, and then we get into our Gilded Age. This was the period between basically after the war, Reconstruction. After Reconstruction, on into the Roaring 20s. Before the big bust. All right, so we see here, well-being index. Here, and then all of a sudden, Roaring 20s. Look at that, from here to here. And then we're doing well up until when we enter World War II. And then we get up to a Gilded Age 2. And here's where we are now. Look at the cycle. I'm not sure. So I look at real estate, and in real estate we have cycles, as well as in like most capitalist economies, we also have cycles. In the economy, we call it the business cycle, right? Here, this isn't a business cycle, but like I said earlier, I believe that history repeats, and that's what I'm saying here. And let's see when from start to peak to trough, right? So this is 17. Let's make it easy for me. We're gonna say 1780. We reach a peak at around, let's call it 1830, and then we reach a trough at, let's say, 1910. So 1780 to 1910. Let's see what that is. 1910 minus 1780. So 130 years. Okay. All right. So from this here, so we're let's say 120 years. So let's subtract 10, and then let's start from 1900 to here. 1900 to where we are now is 100. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Wait, hold on. Did I do that math right? I don't want to trust that I've done this math right. Man. I know I did the math right, but man, I don't want to trust that I've done this math right. Shit. Okay. 124. All right, let's do math for real this time. Let's do 1900 minus 1776. Oh fuck. Okay, so that shit scares the fuck out of me right there. They're the same. It's the same period of time. How many generations are there are there 4 generations in all right, let's check this. We're gonna have to ask ChatGPT. I normally count a generation as 25 years, but it may be less than that. It may be something else. Let's see. How many generations would exist in let's say 120 years. We'll make it easy. If this shit says 4, I think I might have to. I'm not gonna go to bed, but I'm definitely gonna stop doing this because I don't want to go to bed upset. I don't need to just give me the fucking number. Gosh. Oh, they use the same thing I use. 25 years. Okay. Oh, or 30. Fuck. 4 generations. Fuck. Oh yeah, we're doomed. All right, so I was not expecting. Fuck. We are in the 4th generation right now. Just FYI. We are in the 4th generation. Okay. So with that, we're done with this. I'm done. If y'all want to watch the rest of this, here you go. You can go watch the rest of this. Yeah, I want to make sure I can like go to bed without having to think about shit like this. So here's where we left off. We left off at a minute 45. Let's do a commit. I said I was going to do a commit. Let's transition to that. Let's get my mind off of this shit. Because oh my gosh. It's got me worried now. All right, let's close all this. I don't want to see any of this shit anymore. Just go away. Leave me alone. Let's turn on the music. I need some music to make me feel better. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Fuck. Let's just. Mr. Bosses. Oh, it's October 24th. Should I go? Wait, Galaxy, is it? Did they rename it? I'm gonna have to ask if I can get a discount because I don't want to pay full price. And definitely I'm gonna go here. 34% off until July. Cool. Fuck. Yeah, I'll do it later. Let me put it on my list of things. I'll just write it on my to-do list. We'll say get universe tickets. All right, I'll do that later. Cause I don't want to share codes and shit. Let's go to my project, which is YT Slackbot. Okay, we have a PR open. What's going on? Template. Okay, cool. So that's what we were working on. Let's go ahead and open that up. What's the YT cycle? Okay. Okay. Okay, what was going on? I remember getting this part to work, but this template here is not the template that I had. So I think I was trying to fix the other template. Let's go back to my other repo, which is OneSignal. Oh, not OneSignal, this is GitHub. I'm tripping. GitHub.com. We'll check the devlog. All right, let's take a look at that PR and see if it's okay. All right, I remember. Okay, I remember. So, what I think I learned is that I can't depend on YouTube to not change how my shit is. So what I need to do is I need to look to see what this video description is looking like. Let me see if I store that in the database. I probably don't. I should. Videos. No, I don't. Fuck. Okay. Okay, so then what we're gonna need to do is take a look at it. So lag. I don't like this. The Punico module is usually an alternative. Going to load an ES module, set type module, and package JSON. What? The hell is it talking about? Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. I'll fix that another day. All right, so what I want to do is go to my active stream routes here. And on this find video, we're gonna put a breakpoint here. Let's get rid of. Wait, no, I don't want this breakpoint. I only want this breakpoint here. So if I get the broadcasts, we're gonna look at the we're just gonna inspect it. And I'm gonna save that out somewhere. Okay, so then yeah, we have our breakpoint. Let's open up our API client. Or HTTP client rather, sorry. Move this to here. Oh, fuck. I forgot I'm not in the debug. Shit. Fuck. All right, so the breakpoint won't get hit. That noise that just happened, it worked, but it didn't. I didn't want it. I wasn't testing to see if it worked because it's been working for a while actually. But yeah, let's see what it says here. No. Yeah, see, it has these slashes. I don't like that. This is what I'm trying to fix. But this is a YouTube thing. This is in my YouTube description, so I got to figure out, what YouTube is doing. That's why I'm gonna have to stop this and we're gonna start a new one. No, don't do that. All right, now my breakpoint should get hit. And we'll go ahead and throw broadcast in the watch. Broadcasts. Come on, what the fuck? There we go. All right, cool. So we get the broadcast. Let's take a look at it. Okay, we need the description. All right, so let's get the description. So we'll go to broadcast and then we'll grab the snippet and then the description. Let's copy that out. Oh, whoa. It isn't. Okay, so what? Who's adding the slash then? Wait. Why? I think I see what, okay. Here, let's put this in another text editor and see if this is coming in as a single line or if it actually is, oops. Delete that. Is it gonna open? Over here. Okay, no, they are actual new lines. Okay. Is there a space here? No, there's not a space. So what this is telling me is that it's likely the what do you call it? The markdown parser. Let's go ahead and let that ride out. Let's go to my test. So we can put this in the test so we can iterate quickly. So we're gonna say this works. We're not gonna say this. So we're gonna say it renders template custom template. Okay, and then another one. I'll tell you, this is wrong. The test isn't really, I don't care right now. We'll fix that another day. What I want to know here is that this is able to renders YouTube video description correctly. Correctly. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is pull this template out and then we're gonna throw this here. make sure that it's closed there. Oh wait, shit, no, I can't do that. Yeah, okay, no, I can't do that. Okay, I had to keep it there. That's fine. So we're gonna pass in this broadcast. So we're gonna come up with a fake broadcast. That's what we're gonna have. So we'll have a broadcast const. Actually, why do I pass in a broadcast? What is a broadcast? Oh, it's a custom type. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have a broadcast, which is a broadcast. Or YouTube broadcast. That's what it is. All right, so we're gonna have a YouTube broadcast, which is gonna have the description of this, that thing right there. So I'm gonna pull this out just to make life a little bit easier for me. So we're gonna pull this out over here. We're just gonna call this broadcast. Like so. And that's what it comes at from YouTube. So I'm gonna keep it like that. That way we can quickly iterate and figure out what this markdown thing is doing. So we're gonna throw in broadcast description. That's what this is, broadcast description. All right, and then title is gonna be, we don't really care, so we'll just say test. And then the ID, we'll just say 0. Okay. Oh, it's just a string. Okay. Cool, so now we have a broadcast, and we're gonna kind of do some of the same things slightly. We're gonna create an AST. AST equals hydrate. This is our function that we need to call. We're gonna pass in the template. We're gonna pass in our new broadcast here. And then, yeah, I do want to log it out for now. So log. As markdown. AST. Remember, as markdown is that function that I created the last time. For now, let's just expect something basic. So we'll expect the AST to not be null. Is not null. And we'll do that. And let's get another one of these. Ooh, that's not how you do it. Okay, so they're both passing. That's irrelevant though. I don't really care that they're both passing. Let's delete this for now. And let's make this fail, or it won't fail, but let's make a, oh, it will fail. List item. Fuck it. Okay. This is what we're getting. So it is indeed adding. So it's the markdown tool that's adding this. So one solution that I've found out is that I can't use this. I have to use wait, hold on, wait, can't wait, am I lying? Something interesting to say. Wait a minute, how come it works here but not here? Isn't that odd? How come these are, whatever these are, what do you call these? Asterisks. How come these are working and they're not even in my template? My template doesn't have that. My template has these. That's concerning. But anyway, let's change these. So we'll do, oops. All right, that should fix that. Okay, so in order to actually test this, what I'm gonna end up having to do is, I'm not gonna be able to do this from the markdown level. I'm gonna have to go to the AST itself inspect the children and make sure that the value is equal to what I expect, which is not a slash or whatever. So I can go, let me go ahead and build out this assertion. It's a little hard because this AST is kind of complicated. Let's print it out. And let's not print out this right here. All right, here's our AST. And to make my life just slightly easier, I'm gonna move this to the side for now. Is it gonna let me do it? All right, I guess not. Let's do it this way. And I will write it down on a pen and paper. So we have children. And I feel I'm okay with hard coding these positions because it won't change. So we're gonna go to children. The first one is a heading. The second one is a paragraph. That's the title. The third one is a heading, and then we have the list. Okay, so it's this list that I want. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So we want the third child. Okay. And we want the fifth child. We want both of those. Why do I want both? Well, if we look at this right here, we have wait. Oh shit, no, that's a lie. This first title, it's just depth 1. Okay, so I want the first one too. I want the paragraph. Okay, so I want child 2 as well. So child 2 is the paragraph. Child 3 is the task list. And child 5 is the notes. Okay. All right, so once I get into the paragraph, we got to go into the children of paragraph 2. So let's look at that. So that's paragraph is item 2. Okay, I literally just wrote it down. So we're gonna go to here and we'll do .children and then child 2, and we'll print that out this time so we can find the path that I need. So the children, there are, okay, I guess we gotta go into the children again. I actually knew that, I just, all right, cool. So now we get our children. We see that it's type text value type, wait, well. Oh, it's not 1. It's literally, I'm sorry, it's the second child. That was my bad. I wrote down the wrong number. I should have wrote down 1. Okay. All right, yeah, we're getting somewhere now. So we're gonna look at this value here. So yeah, I'm gonna want the value. So children value. And I wonder if I can split this by new line. I probably should. Yeah, I'm gonna split it by new line. So we're gonna do children, and then we're gonna do .value .split by new line, like that. Is it not that slash in? Is it this slash? No, it's not that slash in. It's this slash in. Why is it tripping? Cannot read properties of undefined reading split. Huh? Wait, what? Okay. So we get children. Oh, okay. I'm tripping. I forgot it's an array. So we're going to get the first thing, and then we're going to get the value. Man, this is silly. All right, there we go. All right, so this is what I want here. So we're going to get the, we're going to assign this to a variable, and we'll call it, what do we call it? We'll call this rendered description, broadcast description. It's going to equal that. And then we'll dump that back in there like so. We should get the same thing. All right, perfect. So now instead of expecting this right here, well, first I'm going to do split. We'll do by new line. So that should give us back an array of things. Yes, perfect. And I also want to filter out. So we'll say filter where X is, I guess where the line is not L. Can I not do that? I'm gonna say not L. I think I should be able to do that. No, it's not L. It's this one right here. Oops, shit. There we go. So now we get only lines that matter. All right, perfect. So this is going to be rendered broadcast description lines. All right, and then we'll put that here. And then inside of lines, what I want to do is grab the 0, 1, 2, 2. Oh, do y'all notice what just happened here? It doesn't have the weird slashes anymore. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm tripping. This isn't rendered. I should probably render this. So let's render the AST. So we're gonna do say const, and then we'll say rendered MD is equal to yeah. The AST is right. It's the rendering that's broken. Fuck. All right, that's gonna make my life hard. Okay, so we're gonna put in our AST like that. So what I've just done here, this isn't really gonna work, unfortunately. But it'll somewhat work, I think. So I'm still gonna take this and I'm gonna split it by line. Let's see what I get. We'll get rid of what's fell in here? Error unexpected. This right here. Let's just comment that out for now. Okay, yeah. So this this works. So it's just a different index now. So we're gonna go 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna go to 3. So we'll say render broadcast or rendered MD lines like that. We actually don't care about this anymore, but I'm going to keep it for now. So we're going to go to lines, and then we're going to go to child. I just said 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. And then so here's the expectation. I expect that this will not begin with a slash. I don't know if I can have that. So not begin start. Okay, I'm just gonna have to find out what assertions can I have with this. Let's go to the docs. Test. See what assertions I have available. Do they even say assertions? Testing coverage. Normally, is there no assertion? Assert. Expect assertions. Okay, here we are, all on the right. So we got soft, not, to be, to close, to define, to be instance, to be less than, to match, snapshot. No, we don't want to. We're not dealing with snapshot. So I could do match. And then I could say not to match, but I don't know if I want to do that. And by the way, when I say that, I mean like I could pass in a regular expression here and say, well, it can't start with this. So I basically create a matcher for this, like, you know, line starts with this and then anything. And then say, I expect it to not start with this and then be anything. Or alternatively, I can say, I expect it to start with a, yeah, we can do that. So we'll say, expect rendered list to, what's the word? Match. Yeah, match. Did it match or to match? Why is just here? All right, I think I need to. Remove my node packages and redo it because I shouldn't be seeing that. But this is the right one, I think. Match, this match, to match. And then I think I give it a regular expression. So how do you do regular? What regular expression do I want to give it? Is it this or is it this? I forgot how you do a freaking regular expression in in this language. Is it this right here? Let's see, something like that. Is that? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So it needs to start with that, but I can't use that, so I had to like escape it like that. So I expect it to start. Wait, is caret start? I forgot. Let's see. Regular expression. Let's see what start is. We'll go to the main page. Yeah, it's start. Okay, perfect. So we wanted to start with a thingamajig, and then that needs to be immediately followed by a space. So this should fail when I do it. Yes, perfect. See, it failed. Test failed. Now let's get it to work. Hopefully, it's gonna be hard to do. We can all right. We can say not match. That's the easy way to get it to work. Okay. And we don't need to look at this anymore. Or what I could do here is I can make it match instead of do not match. Let's make it match what it is now, and then we'll change it. So that's going to be / / and then / and then / that, and then a space. I think I may have done one too many. So that's we expect it to match a / followed by another / followed by. Oh shit, I probably shouldn't have did that. That's my bad. I actually need that to know what it is I'm supposed to assert. Wait a minute. I'm looking at the rendered lines, right? These are, yeah, those are the rendered lines. But the AST, the rendered markdown is different. This is weird. Here's why this is weird to me. Let's make this larger. So what I would have expected to see here, by the way, this test, maybe I should make this where it's clear that let's log it in the order in which I'm doing things. So we're going to log out the AST after we create it. All right. And then we're going to log out our rendered lines after we recreate that. All right. And then when we look at this, here's what's weird to me, like what I'm not understanding. When we render it as markdown, we don't see the 2 slashes. It goes away. But when I split it out, the same markdown, this is the same markdown. Now all of a sudden I get 2 slashes. Why am I even getting the first slash? Let's see if there's any indication on the line. MD AST adding slashes to output. Those are / escapes and working as expected, and what you see in the console again. So these are common. Okay. No. Wait. Those are / escapes. Any ASCII punctuation? Yeah, I know what that is, but like. Oh. Oh. What? Wait. What is this? Oh, this is the spec. Okay. All right. Well then, it's working as expected. Okay. All right. Let's go back to here. I should probably put this in my notes. By the way, in the future, I will actually, you know, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it here. That's kind of what I'm working on. I want to be able to put notes in my stuff here. Let's just throw it in the commit somewhere. Oh no, that's not a good option. I'll put it in the PR. We'll put it in the PR for now. Let's go to here. Nope. That. And fix it. Okay. All right, so at this point, now that I understand that, now that I understand that this is actually working as intended, and for what it's worth, when I go to github.com, it works fine. It's just, I was just being anal. But now that I've looked at the spec, there's no way I'm going to be able to fix this. Let me show you what this actually looks like so you can understand that it's fine, right? Like it looks fine, except for this. That didn't render properly. Why aren't these rendering the right way? You must make a branch of it to make proposed changes to this file. Interesting. All right, what could be making this fail? Is it because I have these? Is it because these are being treated literally? All right, let's see if there is a way to make something bold the correct way, I guess. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. Who knows? Let's see, bold or emphasis is probably what it is. So emphasis is not that. I'm looking for bold or strong. How about strong? Strong emphasis. Emphasis and strong emphasis. So strong emphasis 3. Says Markdown treats asterisks and underscore as indicators of emphasis. Tax wrapped with 1 or will be wrapped with HTML double whatever will be okay. So I'm curious what happens if, and this is why having these tests are fucking phenomenal. Like what happens if I change my template. Wait, oh shit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What just got, wait, hold on. I'm confused now. What got rendered? Right here? Okay, so we got, let's see if I can figure out what my PR templates are working. Oh, okay. This is old. Okay, this is old. Let's go to the new PR. All right, I'm tripping. That's why. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Let's close this. This was from last time. Yeah, we're good with that. We're going to close that. This is what I should be looking at. I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's view the file. And it's... Okay. Wait, is it supposed to look like this? Oh, it is. Okay, that's fine. So we get the //s. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. All right, well, fine then. Let's go ahead and commit because that's what I said I would do. So now y'all can't say that I lied. Now, if you're someone and I don't know, maybe you probably didn't finish watching, then too bad. But I actually did do the thing that I said I was going to do, which is make a commit. So first things first, let's install the GitHub flavor markdown list. All right. Next thing is, what is this? This is in the, what is this? I'll just change the name of a file. That doesn't really matter. Oh, but I am using this new as markdown that's in markdown here. Yeah. So we'll say use GitHub flavored plugin to render markdown. Okay. Do I bring in anything else here? Nope, we're good there. What did I do in this utils? Do I care? Okay, so we'll say default to pretty. All right, and then in this app, what am I doing? Oh, okay, just use pretty print. Okay, fine. All of these are the same, so I'll say update usage pretty printer. I lied to y'all. I'm doing more than one commit. We're at 4. We'll probably have 5. So this one is, we'll say don't print keys. Don't leak keys. And then this last one is begin testing to speed up iteration. All right, we will go ahead and push that up. And yeah, there we go. We have now completed the thing. I can honestly merge this now. It's really good. I did fix the template. It's not fixed in the way that I would have preferred, but it works. It's fine. So, wait, what? Not that. Let's. Okay, yeah. Let's go back to our raw here. Yeah, it's fine. Now, there may be some things that I want to do to make this a little bit nicer, but we have the link. I do want to make sure that I call this out better. Right now, it's just dumped there willy-nilly. But yeah, I want to be able to have that. The next piece of this is going to be, once I start the live stream, what I would do is go to my Devlog repo, do a pull, and then I can make whatever changes that I want in this file. And then when I'm done with my stream, I just push it. And then I get a webhook event, and then I can start doing some things. What are some of the things that I'm going to do? Well, for one is I need to write a script that after I finish a live stream, maybe I'll make this a GitHub action, to copy the folder, or not the folder, to copy the file to my NAS. And then I need to know that I'm going to call it the address, the URL, return to me the URL of that file location. So then I can run the other stuff that I haven't ran in a long time, which is the Whisper. So I have Whisper on here, have that run and do the transcoding, use Llama. I have Llama on here too, Llama 3. Use that to come up with my descriptions and my whatever the hell you call it, content post and stuff. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, that's it. We've done the thing. We've made some accomplishments, some progress. In fact, I've made so much progress. Let's go ahead and merge this shit. Let's merge it. Let's come back to a 0 PR. Ah, fuck, shit. Ah, fuck. I merged the wrong one. Like a dumbass. This is the one that I wanted to merge. Let's see if it finished deploying. It's still going. Okay, there it is. Yeah, we can merge this. That other thing that I merged, that was an accident. I'm going to actually go back and delete that. We'll go to Devlog. Oh shit, do I not even have it on here? Is it here? Discard. Okay, so then it looks like, wait, what is this? William code Devlog. Okay, yeah, we're gonna delete this. This is just going to confuse me. Yeah, we're going to delete this too. This is a Vision app that I was working on. We're going to remove this from GitHub desktop. That's it. We'll keep the repo around though. All right, so it looks like I'm going to have to just clone it. So we'll go clone repo and we'll just say devlog log. Yep, and we'll do that in will code IMO separate devlog. The folder contains files. Git can only clone to empty folder. Wait, what? Wait, do I already have a devlog then? All right, maybe it's local. Okay, so we'll add an existing one and see if we can find it. Okay, IMO shepherd. Oh yeah, it's here. Interesting. Okay. Add it. Let's go ahead and pull the latest thing. Yeah, pull everything. And we're going to open this up and we're just going to delete all of these because for the most part, these are all accidents. Like I accidentally merged them. So we're going to delete them all. All right. And then we'll say remove test notes. Go ahead and push that back up. Okay, there we are, full. And then we're gonna edit this as well, or maybe I've already done it. I've already did it. Okay, yeah, we're good. So now we have our, this is gonna be the YouTube description stuff. Task, Yeah, sure. Notes. Yeah, sure. All right, cool. We're at. That's it. And I just realized that y'all didn't see any of that, but that's okay. I don't think anyone's here. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Peace.